Hello and welcome back to my Demon Souls Let's Play. After I've done the tutorial level and the first level, I'm going to be going on to World 1, Level 2, which is in the same archstone, which is the Flanks archstone, which was the name of the boss that I killed in the first episode. Number of things I'm going to be doing differently this time. I will lower the video sound on all the episodes. I'll remember to do that before I forget, because last time for the third and fourth episode I had the video sound on too high and it did cut out my voice a little bit. I'm also going to be announcing when the parts are going to be starting and stopping, which is going to be around 14 minutes ish, so I'll make sure that I'll just have me being cut off mid-sentence and then starting again in the next video. And I'm also going to make sure that when I render the videos, I make sure they're in 480p, 360 and 240 for people who want to view them in high detail, because I accidentally re-rendered them into 240p, which didn't make them look very good, or nowhere near as good as they can look. So let's get on with the game. Right, this is the Maiden in Black. You've seen her in the first episode, and
the monumental
she
the above.
is the one you talk to gain new soul levels, which are basically level ups in different stats, and I'll go through the stats when I start leveling up after I've talked to the monumental, which I did show you where he was last time, but every time you restart the game it puts you back down to the bottom of the nexus, so I have to run all the way up these stairs again. Now I'll probably skip the cutscene that the monumental shows you, because in fact no, it's quite interesting, to be honest.
We have long awaited you. I am one of the monumentals. We preserve the fabric of... There is something thou needest to know. Once, we too, a scourge of demons faced.
Now I'll tell you a little backstory to the monumentals.
In the distant past, under a benevolent rule, the world was united, owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colourless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to his slumber, yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and half the world lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what land still remained, we entrusted 6 elders with 6 precious archstones. 1 to the king of a small yet diligent land. 1 to the king of the burrowers underground. 1 to the wise queen of the great ivory tower. 1 to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls. 1 to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen. And the last to the great giants of the northern lands. The archstones were placed at nodes across the earth. We contained the Old One inside this nexus and banned the soul arts. Finally, we became monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. Alas, the other monumentals have perished, and only I remain.
Right, so
now it is your turn.
that is a brief history of what happened the last time the Old One kind of got free
and seal it away
and
for
started
all eternity.
unleashing demons on the world.
If not, the deep fog will absorb all that we know. Have you the strength to accept this mission?
Yes, I do.
Yes, we are now. The Old One, without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek, and lure you to its bosom.
Right, so after you talk to the monumental, he said that there's 6 archstones which were given to different like kings and queens and stuff, but on the game one of the archstones is broken, which was like the first land to be overrun by demons, so you can't go to the land of the northern giants, which probably would have been pretty interesting, but I'm not sure how they would have worked it properly because everything would have been so much bigger and they would have had to scale up the game to fit well, the size of your character, to make sure your character looked small going everywhere, and it probably would have been too much hassle, which might have been why they decided to make it just more of a I wonder what that could have been like, rather than put it in the game. Now that I've talked to Monumental, I can level up.
Brave soul, who fears not death, prithee, lull.
Yeah, the blue ice stone, the white ice stone. The blue ice stone you can put on the ground and people can summon you to their world to help in co-op. And the white ice stone lets you disconnect from people's world if you don't want to play with them anymore.
What is it? Dost thou seek soul power? So be it. After all, go forth, touch the demon inside me. Let these ownerless souls become thine own.
Right.
Soul
Now,
of the mind, keep
every
to life's
every time you buy a soul level in anything, it will go, the price for the next soul level will go up even if you buy the soul level in a different thing. Now, since I said I'm going to be going melee only on this run, or trying to go melee only because my friend thinks it's impossible to complete it without mage, I will be upgrading my endurance, upgrading my strength, dexterity, and that's all I can upgrade right now. Wait, I'll go through the things. Right, vitality increases your HP, which isn't really that important. Once you get over like once you get to about level 20, you'll be able to survive quite a few hits, and to be honest, if you're taking more hits than on the first playthrough than you need to at level 20 vitality, then you're doing something wrong. Intelligence raises your mana points and the amount of spells you can remember. Some spells take up more than one slot. I think the max slot you can have is 6, and +1 if you have this special ring called the Ring of... I can't remember what it's called. Never mind. But yeah, you can have 7 slots, which some spells take up 3. The most powerful ones only take up 3, so in the least spells you'll be able to have active is 3 spells. Endurance increases your stamina, which is, well, how many times you can attack or roll or whatever in a row without running out of stamina. It increases your equip burden, which is the amount of items you can have equipped to yourself, like armor and weapons and things, without not being able to roll, because once you go over half your equip burden, you roll a lot slower, and if you go over your full equip burden you can't roll at all and you walk terribly slow. It also increases your fire defense, bleed resistance and poison resistance, which decent stats to get up because some of the levels do have a lot of debuffs, I could say. Every level in anything increases your physical defense as well, so you'll take less damage by getting soul levels up in any. And also vitality increases your item burden, which is the amount of items you can carry in your bag. Now, strength increases your attack power with strength weapons. Dexterity increases your attack power with dexterous weapons, which are like katanas, sharp weapons basically, curved swords, and stuff like that. Magic increases how much damage you do by doing spells. Faith increases how effective miracles are. Most miracles in non-combat, though there are a couple that can do damage to enemies. It also increases your physical defense. It also decreases your magic defense, which stops you taking as much damage from mage attacks, and increases your miracle memory, which is important if you're speccing in miracles. And luck kind of adds a tiny bit to everything, but also puts up your plague resistance and the drop rate of items, but it's not very important to go luck unless you're doing a blue blood sword build, because the blue blood sword is the only sword in the game to gain a lot of damage from luck. So it's best to have a luck stat around 40 by halfway through your second playthrough at least, or maybe a little bit further than that. Now, I do have some souls in my inventory which I can consume. Unknown soldier soul, they're only 200, so they don't give you much. If you keep consuming all them, then you get extra souls. Yay! And a renowned soldier soul, that's an extra 800. And there's also the lead demon souls, or lead demon soul. I'm not sure which one it is, because they're both spelled exactly the same. But that's from the boss. That'll give me more souls, because I'm never going to get the scraping spear on this account. So I might as well use it and get a bit of an early advantage with a couple of soul levels here. I might be able to get another 3.
Thou seek then touch. Soul of the mind,
right.
key to life's
I will
ether.
put up my strength.
Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel.
I will put up my faith, so I take less magic damage, and I can't get another soul level. I'm fine.
Art thou done? Main thine.
Now, I did get a scimitar last game, so... and I can now use that to full effectiveness. The purple flame shield takes 22 strength to use efficiently, I think. If you check the stats on it, which you have to go to this menu to check the stats. Yeah, you need 22 strength, but no other stats. All the stats are represented by symbols in this game, and it's not very confusing, but not the easiest things to understand unless you've got the book with you, which tells you what the symbols mean. Right, now I will take my scimitar out, and do I have any armor whatsoever? I'm not sure I picked up any. No, I can't wear any armor that I picked up last game because it's all for female. But I will go on with the next level. So here we go. During this playthrough, well, not this playthrough, this episode, I will be going through how different stats are important on a melee build, because I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to go yet. I could go like high strength and use weapons such as the dragon bone smasher and the meat cleaver, which are very large weapons that require a lot of strength, and other stats. The meat cleaver requires high stats in quite a few things before it becomes incredibly good, whereas the dragon bone smasher just requires 30 strength, and then anything above that gives it a good bonus, just like from strength. And these guys are still here. Seem to be hitting a little bit more than I was with the club, or I'll test that right now. Sure, I've upgraded my strength, so I might actually hit more with the club than I do with the scimitar. Nah, I hit more with the scimitar by a lot. Right, now down here to the left as you enter the room, you'll see Ostrava is needing your help again, because he's got stuck.
Hello! You yonder! Over here! Look at me! Clear out the soldiers at the far end of this passage, if it pleases you. The Lord's path, just down yonder, has degenerated into a feeding ground for
Unknown hero soul. Right. I'm pretty sure that in a few seconds I will be ending part 1, so I will pick this up in part 2 of this video, where I will carry on with this level. Okay? So I'll see you when you go into the next part, guys.